This is Understanding Your True Worth and an LWN Foundation Town Hall. And we want to say welcome to everybody that's going to join us this evening. We are excited about our topic tonight, understanding our self-worth. We're looking forward to looking at ourselves and looking at the things that we can do to recognize that we are an asset, not only to ourselves, but to our family, to our friends, and to many other people. And sometimes we might wonder, if we're doing what it takes to get ourselves to the next level. Well, tonight we're going to be talking about some things that will pertain to your self worth and how you are valuable. And then what we're going to do is give you some ideas of things that you can apply to your life to improve your quality of life and level up. And so that's what we're going to be talking about. And we want you to apply these principles to your life so that you can start to achieve the dreams and goals that you have for your life. And now, if you don't already feel like you need to, I assure you there's going to be something in here. There's going to be a nugget that we're going to share with you. We're looking forward to it. I am joined this evening by our director of marketing and our IT guru, Mr. Emmanuel Laverty. He's joining us from the UK. He's in London, which is completely shut down, apparently. And we're looking forward to this evening. So it's a brand new day, everybody. Today is a brand new day, or whenever you happen to be watching this video, brand new day. Every day is. And we have the opportunity of painting the canvas of that picture any way we choose. And it really is up to us, and it is a choice. And so we can choose positivity. That's what I like to do. I like to choose gratitude. I like to choose being a positive influence to other people. And that's the kind of stuff we're going to be talking about because, in fact, it's Empowerment Tuesday. So welcome to Sarasota, Florida and London, and welcome, Emmanuel Laverty. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I'm not too bad. A little bit tired, but I'm getting there. It's been a
Yes,
long day.
because you're 5 hours ahead of us.
I am, yeah. It's just literally just gone midnight here, so it's a little bit late here. But
Wonderful.
like you say, it's a brand new day. A brand new day's just started. It's literally, like I say, 4 minutes past. So every day is a new opportunity to shine.
It's a brand new day for you
And
then, right?
it is a brand new day, completely here.
That's right.
A struggle at the moment sometimes to work out where one day finishes and another day starts. But hey, that's
Right.
the joys of things at the moment. You know, like you say here in London, it's a lockdown situation virtually. You know, we're allowed out for shopping and it's like one person per household. We get an hour's worth of exercise a day, and that's it. Other
Boy.
than that, you can't go out. So yeah, we're in a lockdown, but it's a bit like anything, really. You know, you've got to seize the day just because it's a lockdown day. You've got two choices, you know, which is one thing I'm renowned for saying to people. You've got two choices. You can sit around and mope all day long, feeling sorry for yourself, or you can take this opportunity to actually potentially start developing new skills and learn new things, you know, and that's really important, not just for businesses as a whole right now. You know, they need to learn to develop and change and change the way that they're potentially marketing their businesses, but also for individuals, the way that, you know, you're potentially going to start reaching out and buying your products, or, you know, especially here in London now, you know, we've got well, the whole world of it, you've got contactless payments. We've just increased the contactless payment system here in the UK. You can now go up to £45, whereas before it was £30, which is basically showing here in the UK individuals and people that actually we can be a cashless society, which, you know, is something that could potentially happen. You don't know, but it's a matter of you've had to diversify and change because a lot of shops don't want to touch your cash. It's as simple as
Exactly.
that. So you know, and it's the same for individuals. You know, I mean, many years ago, growing up, I had many choices, and I've made some wrong choices in my life, just as everybody has, and I've made some really good choices. You know, but you know, my backstory, as people have tuned in before know, I was brought and raised up in foster homes and children's homes. You know, I was beaten, abused, and I ended up living on the streets for almost a year, where I had a choice of turning my life around, or do I continue to take drugs and drink alcohol to dull out my own pain and dull out what had happened to me in my life. And I made that choice to adapt and change. I made that choice to actually, you can either let your past define you, or you can define your past.
That's an
It's
excellent.
as simple as that. And
Yeah,
I made that choice to actually, I wasn't going to let my past define me, although it influenced me, and it's, me into the LWN Foundation, because I love what it stands for. I love what it does. I love what we do, and what we're hoping to achieve in the future. But, or I could have gone the other way, and I could have carried on going, well, feeling sorry for myself and moping about it. And to be fair, I think if I'd gone that way, I probably wouldn't be here today. I probably would have taken an overdose of too many drugs, or woken up and vomit in my mouth and all sorts. So, I've done some pretty horrific things in my life. Some of them are my own fault, and others are because of the influences that I had around me at the time. And it's understanding what your true self-worth is. And the only way you really do that is by seizing the day, because every day is a new opportunity. And if you don't take those opportunities when they're given to you, and yeah, okay, every opportunity comes with a risk. If someone had said to me, 15, 16 years ago, that in 10 years or 15 years time, Manny, your skill set and the way you're going to be, in a position where you're going to be charging people £200-300 just to sit down with you for an hour to learn how to develop their online business, or to come up with a business strategy. You're going to be charging some of the high-end companies. I've worked for some of the biggest law firms, high-end barrister firms. I've worked for some of the UK's largest national newspapers. I've worked for some of the biggest healthcare industries here in the UK, all in online marketing and online strategies. And I've charged them £10,000, £20,000. It wasn't that long ago that, in fact, just up there on top of the cabinet up there, I've got pay slips from where I was earning £3,500 to £4,000 every week, just from going out doing sales. And it's only when you understand your true worth and your true skill set that you have, and you start charging people for your skill set. Don't be scared to say to somebody, actually, I'm not going to do this for free.
hmm
I'm going to charge you this amount of money for it, and give them the price. If they knock you back, they knock you back. But you have to understand that your true worth is worth more than anything else. And the only person that has the right to devalue your own true worth is you. Nobody
right,
else.
right.
Nobody else has that right to take that away from you. Only you can remove your own self-worth, whether that be a financial situation, or whether that be a personal situation, whatever it is. Only you have that right to devalue yourself. Nobody else has the right to do that. And if you allow somebody to do that, then me and you should have a conversation. We should have a chat, and maybe I can give you some coaching sessions, because you really do need to wake up every day with understanding your true worth. Hi Sandy, hi Rachel.
Yes, we've got
Just
several
saying hi
viewers
to
here.
some,
I
some
just wanted
viewers
to
there.
interject for a second. So this is going to be a really powerful chat that we're having this evening. We also want you involved as well. We want you to ask questions. One of the things that I want to ask you to do this is to tell us how you plan to level up. But we also want to know the things that you feel might be holding you back, or have been holding you back, or were these obstacles that got in your way of recognizing your true worth. That's what we're talking about. That's what Manny's talking about here. He was talking about how, and I've done it too. He's talking about, being on the streets just like I was, making some poor choices that created some serious pain for ourselves, and then hiding from, daily life behind drugs and alcohol. And that at that time we had no idea of where we were going to end up, and that in fact we know that everybody has these seeds of greatness within them, and you are valuable. Every single person that is watching, or that, and please, by the way, share this video out, share it to your friends, share it to your groups, because this is all about making sure that people know that you count. You are worthwhile. I wanted to say this before I turn it back over here to you, Emmanuel, is that we all can make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. We can make some poor choices, but that doesn't make us a bad person in the end. What I had to learn was stop doing the same thing, expecting a different result. And when I stopped doing the same thing, expecting a different result, then my life started to change. And so I just say this. It takes an action plan. It takes belief in yourself. And we're going to go over some things here in just a few minutes that you can do to improve the chances of your success. And so you didn't envision yourself doing the things that you're doing, or even working,
No,
collaborating with me here. I think even a year ago when we met, or a little bit over a year ago, we're coming up on. But you didn't see yourself helping other people, working with a foundation that's really built to serve and to help other people and to give people a hand up and let them know
no,
that, yeah, they count.
definitely not. If I was to go back 15 years and someone turned around and said to me, "Oh, in 15 years' time, you're going to be helping build a foundation. You're going to be part of this amazing foundation that's going to help other people, and you're going to move forward with that, and you're going to play an instrumental role in that," I would have probably just laughed at someone. Even now, thinking about it to myself, I think actually, what this is crazy. A year ago when we first met, for example, I would have never have turned around and said that, "Oh, in a year's time, we're going to build this amazing foundation. We're going to help so many different people. We're going to touch so many different lives," because I just wouldn't. I was always, I wouldn't say I've always been happy, because I have always had a long-term goal. As everyone knows, being someone who's come from children's homes and foster placements, and being beaten and abused, and now suffering, well, not suffering, I don't look at it as a suffering, but I now have PTSD. um
Right.
it's you know my
Well, you have more
long-term
than
goal.
PTSD that you're still dealing with to this day. You deal
Yeah,
with day in day out pain, serious pain.
I do. Yeah, I am currently waiting for knee surgery. Well, it's not just surgery, I need a complete knee replacement, and
Wow.
an allograft. For anybody who doesn't know what an allograft is, it's basically a section of bone from a cadaver, which is a dead person, or from somebody who's donated it, and I need that to be replaced in my tibia that comes down. Then I need the knee replacement to tie it all in together. I have no cartilage, no tendon, no ligaments connecting in my knee at all. Able to walk today into the town to get a pint of milk, but tomorrow I'm going to suffer for that little bit of that walking. So yeah, I do suffer with pain. It is on a horrible pain. It's a chronic pain. When you move your leg and you can feel all your bones grinding, it's not a great thing.
No.
However, I choose to ignore that. I choose to not really deal with it. I could do what many other people do and let that define me,
Yes.
which a lot of people do. And that is all, to me, it's just a mindset. You've got a mindset where actually you still want to suffer. You still want to be part of that suffering. You don't want to let go of it. And for me, I'm a little bit different. I want to let go of that pain. I want to let go of the suffering, even my PTSD. It's there. It happens. So what? I get flashbacks. Sometimes I don't sleep. My appetite's bad at times. That's all part and parcel of me. Yes, it defines me in some respect, because it's me. That's who I am. I live with it, but I don't let it define me and hold me back, which so many people can do. I just want to say hi, Richard. I can see you're there. Um, Thanks for joining.
We want
Um,
to. Yes, we want to welcome everybody. And remember,
Yeah,
I'm going to just remind everybody, we want your questions, okay? We want to know, and it's rolling across the bottom of the screen. If you don't want to say it here, that's fine. You can reach out to us in a private manner. Go to our website, www.LWN Foundation.
definitely.
Send us an email, and you can reach out to us because we're here. That's what we do. And I know for myself, if I don't have answers, I'm going to find somebody that does have answers, and that's what we are as a resource
Yeah,
platform to be able to help people no matter what you're dealing with. So we want you to reach out to us. I want to also remember everybody share this video out, share it to your friends, share it to your groups that you belong to as well. Get your questions together. We want you to tell us how you're planning to level up because you're important. We want to know, what are you doing to, to to move to the next level in your life? Now is a perfect opportunity, like Manny was saying. Change. We have extra time now to be able to do that, which is really awesome. And then what are some of the obstacles in the past that you've dealt with that maybe we can come up with some answers to try and help you? I've got a list of things that we're going to be going over here in a minute. Now, I just wanted to kind of, I will steer in the direction of, I'll start with this and I'll let you go then, is that I believe the most important first factor, like we were talking about, like Manny was talking about, we made some poor choices, both of us have, but we let that stuff go. And so what we had to do was this: forgive ourselves. And I think it all starts with forgiving ourselves. And so if you forgive yourself for the things that you've done wrong, because it did happen, so what? It happened. I believe, and it's not that I did it all the time in the past. I didn't. It took me a long time to forgive myself and then use those experiences as our strength to share with others and to be able to help. And that's what we're talking about tonight. That's what this town hall is about, sharing our experiences. So that's the first thing that I think is about forgiving ourselves. You can take it from here, though. Let's.
I would 100% agree with you there. And it's not just about forgiving yourself; it's about loving yourself. If
There you
you
go.
don't love yourself, okay, then no one else is gonna. It's as simple as that. Because whatever you transmit out is what you're gonna get back in. You know, the universe works in mysterious ways. However much you want to deny it, or you may not believe it, or you may be even just starting to get round to the idea of, okay, maybe there's something in that. I can tell you now, what you transmit out is what's going to come back. Okay, so if you're transmitting out that you don't love yourself, I'm not worthy, I'm not this, then guess what? Because you believe it, everybody's going to believe it, because that's what you're putting out. But if
Hmm.
you stand back and you wake up in the morning and you go, today I'm going to love myself,
Hmm.
today I'm going to do this, okay, then all those poor choices that you've made in the past, they're not poor choices, okay, they're lessons learned. Okay, one thing I say to everybody, and some people shout me down for it and some people disagree with me, but hey, do you know what, I don't care, because I'm me. And that is, I do not have regrets,
Hmm.
okay, in life. And the reason I don't have regrets in life is because if you regret something, then you never learnt from it. If you learnt from it and you moved forward from it, then guess what? It's not a regret to hold on to. It's a
Right.
regret to let go of and learn from. And when you can learn from your mistakes
Hmm.
and you can move on from your mistakes, that's when you truly start realizing that actually this is much bigger than just me. You know, um, sorry, Richard's just put there, the pain of my journey is
Uh-huh.
what started the process of transformation. Becoming a carer or to two parents with dementia fundamentally changed me in many ways, gave me a deep insight into my gifts and talents. And after dad passed, I got my diagnosis. Now, yeah, obviously I work quite closely with Richard. I'm starting to work a lot
Hmm.
more with Richard as well. You
Yes.
know, not just business level to help him drive
Mhm.
his business forward. But Richard, he's what we call the champion. That's his brand. He's an autistic champion.
Yes,
It
he is
wasn't
our
until
artistic champion.
things have happened, and Richard's really you know, I can't. I'm going to say it. You know, I'm so proud of how much you've stepped up. You've moved forward. You've kept pushing. You know, and don't ever give it up, Richard. You know, I know we had a conversation today. I know you're finding things hard right now, but right now is that time. Okay, now is the time. Now that you really are, you're feeling that pain. You're feeling that hardship. Now is that time to move on. And I really do. I hope you get well better soon. I know you're feeling pretty rough at the moment. You're not very well. You know, I do hope you get better soon. But just keep pressing. That's all I can say. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Because I keep saying this to Stephen as well with the foundation. I'm going to use the same sort of scenario. You've got a dung beetle, okay, and you've got this hill, okay, and this hill is life, okay. This is life, okay, and it's the same. Even if you look at business, and I say this to a lot of companies that I work with, when it comes to marketing and stuff like that. When you're building something new or you're changing something, you're that little dung beetle and you're pushing something up that hill, and you just got to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing, and eventually you get to the top of the hill. What happens when that dung beetle gives it that one final little push? It just topples over and it rolls back down. Okay, and that was an analogy that someone gave me. Crikey, must be a good 10 years ago. Okay, that I was given that, and I thought, you know what, that's so right. It's so true, because the more you keep pushing, the more you step outside that comfort zone and you push beyond those limits, and they're not limits, okay, they're self-limiting beliefs.
Right.
The more you push beyond those self-limiting beliefs, the more you keep stepping outside of your comfort zone, and you just keep going and keep pushing and keep pushing. Eventually, everything you've aimed for, all those goals, will become so much easier to reach. Because when you get rid of self-limiting beliefs, when you realize your real true worth, whether it be financial, whether it be, you know, spiritual, whatever it is you're chasing, when you finally start realizing that actually, in order to achieve this, you must step outside that comfort zone, you must keep pushing, it all becomes so much easier to get, because every day is a new day, and every day that you keep pushing, you're one step closer. You know, and it's the same as that beetle. You know, he knows that if he keeps pushing and keeps pushing and keeps pushing, eventually it's going to roll down the other side, and he's got a nice easy roll
Yeah.
on the other side. And it's
And
the same in life, guys. You know,
yes,
you
and you
push
said
so
that to me
far,
many
you move
times.
forward. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't mean to talk over you there, but you told me
no, it's
that so
fine.
many times, and uh, everybody noticed that in our logo, it's up in the upper right hand top of the page. It's got mountains, okay, and it's got
Yeah,
mountains for a reason. The reason it has mountains is because that's about life. We can go up that mountain, and we can come back down. We can be in the valley, and we can come back up. But there's a peak in the center there, and when you hit that peak, the top of the mountain, hooray, man, that's it. You got there. And then, like Manny says, it gets easier at
that's it.
that point, and then we're going to be
It gets
moving.
easy.
Go ahead. I was just,
I just wanted to point out
yeah.
that if they actually look at the logo, when I first started designing this for Stephen, it was just one mountain,
Hmm.
okay, and we developed it a little bit more, and you'll see there's two sides to that mountain, and you'll see one side, it's quite an easy, relatively easy, and then it's got a little peak, and then it's straight up to the top of the mountain. But if you look on the other side, you'll see it goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down, and then it goes up, and it stays up, and it gets to that peak. The reason for that, in my own brain, the way I looked at it when and obviously this is my sales and marketing hat and what I do. So just because one person's life is easy and they got an easier ride to that peak of that mountain, okay, other people don't always have that. But let me tell you this, the people who struggle the most are the people who will be the most successful. And the reason for that is because they realize their true worth. They understand that actually I've worked really hard to get here, and I've had to keep pushing out of my comfort zone, and I've had to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing. The people who have the easy ride and go across it and just get to the top, they don't appreciate it because they haven't worked for it. And that's the difference. You've got to step out of that comfort zone. You've got to fail. If you don't fail, then you're never going to learn. It's as simple as that. And
Right.
while I mentioned the word, the word fail was actually an acronym in my own mind. Okay, FAIL, first attempt in learning.
I love that.
It's the first attempt in learning. You know, you've seen it on Facebook hundreds of times, probably people posting it and sharing it around. You know, I've been using it myself for many years. Fail is the first attempt in learning. And the word end, some people, when you failed, that's it, it's the end. But it's not, because the word end is effort never dies. It only dies if you let it die, and then you truly have failed. But if you don't fail, you cannot succeed, because you can't appreciate it. You don't know when you've succeeded because you've never failed. Therefore, you don't know when you've got to success or not.
So I wanted to bring up Kimberly's comment here, because it kind of goes exactly with what you're saying. And forgiving and loving herself has been a struggle for her, you know, but she's been working on it, and she's feeling better than she had in the past. So I think that that's part of this mountain story that you were talking about as well, and that reason why we decided on mountains, and that because life is up and downs. It is up and downs. And so I'd like to move forward too. So we talked about some of the obstacles. Like, this was an obstacle for Kimberly, you know, is struggling there. And I'm going to just back up, and I'm going to say, remember, and I'm just going to back up here to Veronica's comment here. And Veronica does an Awaken Your Spirit, and I was in a workshop with her this last weekend. It was just fabulous, and I did some healing myself as well with her. It was really, really good. You know, I had to do some healing, and so I'm just looking for her comment. Loving yourself. Okay, yes, this is where we're talking about. We're talking about forgiving yourself, loving yourself, recognizing that you do have seeds of greatness, no matter. And I'm going to go to the point here where Emmanuel said, it's about the thinking. It's about the mindset. Okay. And so this is what we do here at the LWN, is to demonstrate how healthy routines of utilizing positive affirmations, empowering yourself to take action, taking care of yourself from the standpoint of your mental health, your physical health, as well as your spiritual self, being grateful, putting those things all together on a daily basis in a regular routine is going to help you. And it is about routine. And so I wanted to hit on those, that these are some of the steps I believe that it is critical to take seriously. And then if you take it seriously, what's worked for me is to be consistent with my routines, waking up and saying a prayer of gratitude, listening to positive information, going live in the mornings to welcome in the brand new day, making a connection to nature, listening to the birds sing, being just connecting to the source, right? And doing it over and over and over again. Sooner or later, just like Emmanuel said, bam, you get to the top of that mountain, and then it starts just getting easier. And it takes that consistency, and that is the key factor there. I'll go to we got some more comments here. So Richard's talking about failing, and I love your acronym. First attempt at learning. Wonderful.
First attempt in learning.
First attempt in learning. I said that wrong. You haven't said that to me enough. I don't say that. Maybe I need to make that one of my. See, that's a good affirmation, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Actually,
you know, it's 100% a good affirmation, and maybe I need to start reiterating that to you a little bit more as well.
Darn it! There we go. So he talks about failing a lot of times and pay it forward, caring for his mom and dad, or for his dad and his rock, his incredible friend was a no-brainer, an honor, and a real privilege. And that's the beautiful part. I think that, and I use this term. I didn't think of it myself. It's an Evan Carmichael deal, and it's built to serve. It's his new book. It's sitting right here on my table behind the computer. It's all about finding our purpose. And when you find your purpose, and if you can pull your purpose from your pain, which most people can, find that because we've all been through pain, right? So when we realize that it was okay that we experienced that and let that part go and start forgiving ourselves and recognize that, gosh, now I can help somebody else just like Emmanuel does, just like Richard Fay does. And so I want you to address the answer to this question, Emmanuel. So Kimberly's saying fear of failure can be paralyzing. So what are they going to do? All right, so they're scared to death about failing, right?
Okay.
Okay.
So,
And tell us, how did you deal with that?
well, to be fair, it yeah, again, I've said this many, many times. You just need to wake up and go for it. Step outside your comfort zone. You you can sit there, okay, on a Monday morning, and you can go, "Oh, this might work. Oh, it might not. Oh, I might achieve this. Oh, I might not. Oh, I'm not. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes, people. Okay, it's today.
Mm-hmm.
Today. Okay, the fear of failure is going to paralyze you. It's going to more than paralyze you. It's going to stop you. It's going to hold you back. It's going to eat you away. It's going to destroy you. Okay, you've got to move past it. Okay, you've got to step out. And yet again, if you fail, it's your first attempt in learning. It doesn't matter. Okay, I've failed so many times. Okay, on a personal level, on a business level, I've built so many websites for people, and they've come back to me, man, this just isn't working. I'm just not page one. I just this hasn't happened. It's like, why not? What's gone wrong? You know. But if you don't, Steve Richards just said it there. Don't dream it, just do it. And he's so right in what he's saying. You know, if you let fear paralyze you, you are never going to achieve anything other than self pity, and you're going to lead a miserable life. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Okay, you will lead a miserable life. I know so many people that have not done something through the fear of it not working,
Mm-hmm.
and then 6 months later, someone else has done it. Someone else has launched that business concept. Somebody else has brought that product to market, and they're multimillionaires now.
Because this is where we're going to go back to understanding our value. Okay, we can utilize these experiences that we've had and defining our purpose and use that as a platform to help other people. And so, helping other people is valuable. It's something that you can, turn into a business. Many people do. There's a lot of motivational people. That's what Rachel's talking about here. There's a lot of self-help books out there. Certainly I've co-authored one of them, Transformational Change. Um, I'm working on another one, the Life Begins book. And life begins when you start living. And that's what we're talking about here is living, not just, yes, there's fear, but we have to step outside the box. When you step outside the box and take a chance, you could fail, but if you fail with your eyes wide open and get back up again, it's the old story. Get back up on the horse that bucked you off. And when you do, the chances are you're going to come up stronger. But if you don't do it and you stay in that comfort zone, boy, nothing's going to change. Plain and simple, it just won't change. So I want to go to Sandy here too as well. She's Making a statement. When do you know if you have to keep pushing or it's a sign that it actually is a closed door and have to change direction? That's a great question, huh?
Wow,
That's powerful, Sandy.
as I say, that's a powerful question.
It
Um,
is.
let me give you I'm going to try and give you a powerful answer for that one. Okay, when do you know it's time to give up or to move or to change direction? It's simple, if I'm honest. Only you can answer that because only you know what you've set out to achieve, and that's the truth. You know, it
Well,
doesn't matter. It regardless of however many coaching sessions I can give someone, or however much money you want to pump into building an online marketing strategy, or all of that different stuff. It's all irrelevant if you've already achieved your goal or you're never going to achieve your goal. Okay, only you know because only you truly know what you set out to achieve. You know, I
I
know
like
what we've set
I
out to achieve now, but
I'd like to just add this is that
go
these
on.
days I would be more concerned about quitting right before the moment that it was about to happen for me. Because if I quit and I gave up, I mean, it's a tough statement. Winners don't quit and quitters don't win. Okay, um, so I say you just keep on plugging away. If what you're doing is divine inspiration, it's powerful. You know that it has value because we all do. Then it's matter of, to me, surrounding yourself with the right people, and then the answers and the universe will provide the opportunity for it to come. But the thing is that sometimes it doesn't happen on our timeline,
No,
and then we say, oh, well, it's not happening, it's not working. But guess what? Tomorrow it could have been different. But if you quit, you'll never know. So I'm
a
just saying,
hundred
don't
percent.
quit.
You know, to fit in with what Stephen's just there, I'm going to use the LWN as a prime example. You know, about 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago,
Hmm.
we set up a brand new Facebook page.
Yes.
Okay, and before we set up the new Facebook, we were literally probably seeing maybe 100 post reach a
Hmm.
day on average. We were at that point where it's a case of, okay, do we need to change something? Do we just need to start again? Do we just need to give up and quit? But we made the decision as a business to not give up and quit. We made the decision to change what we were doing slightly. We made a decision to become more structured, to give it more of an identity, to become more of a brand, more of a business, if you like. And we set up a brand new Facebook page, and we went with it for a couple of weeks, and we still saw the same sort of stagnant numbers. However,
Hmm.
we kept pushing, and we've kept pushing. And now we're seeing our post reach has gone from maybe 100 to 200 to, before we even got off of the live feed, sometimes it's already over 5,000. Now, that for us, we could have given up, we could have walked away, we could have quit, but we didn't. We changed direction. And that's the thing. The door only closes when you want to close it,
Hmm.
when you want to give up. Okay? You can change direction a million times. It doesn't matter. Okay? As long as you're changing direction for the right reason, then it really doesn't matter how many times you change direction. You know,
Hmm.
I've written marketing plans for some companies 20, 30 times over. I've changed strategies 60, 70 times over. You know, I've changed the strategy even on the LWN Foundation. I've changed the SEO strategy. I've changed the blog strategy. I've lost count how many times. I've lost count.
Hmm.
Okay, but it's knowing when to do that, and it's a case of, like Richard just said, it's a minor detour.
Hmm.
Okay, only you truly know when the door's closed. But if I'm honest, I don't think a door ever truly closes. It only ever closes in your brain. It's a mental block. It's a mindset block. You choose to close that door. If if you never close that door and you keep pushing, then you just haven't reached your peak of peak. You haven't reached the top of the mountain yet. Just keep pushing. That's all I can say, really. Just keep pushing. You will get there.
Yes, and I'll tell you, one of the people, and I don't have a problem saying this, one of the people that I've learned a lot from, other than, of course, a whole lot from Emmanuel, obviously, just love his dynamic, genuine, caring, compassionate, understanding personality, and just that what he's been doing for the foundation is just, it's beyond my even comprehension originally, and it's just like wow, and he's constantly blowing my mind. Um, and so I'm so grateful for that. And so yes, what happened was he had to convince me to step out of my fear of stepping away from my personal page and doing this LWN page. And it was the best thing that we ever did because it's important to get my message out, to get my message out to as many people as possible. And truly, that happens as a result of you, the viewers, too. Okay. You sharing it, you commenting. Um, the interaction is important. And we are so grateful because we have such dynamic plans. And I think we'll probably save the plans for maybe the next one. Okay. Because we'd like to do these town halls more often. And because we want you to know that you count and your self worth is invaluable. So we were just talking about the fact that it's never too late to just change direction, try something new, and keep on trying it till all of a sudden, bam, you're going to hit it, and then all the answers are going to fall into place. And so this is where I say in the past, it takes consistency, determination, dedication, visualization of our goals, because I know that Manuel said, hey, look, if you don't believe in what you're trying to do, that sure ain't going to happen because what we think is what we're going to get, you know? So if you say, yeah, I really want to do that, but I'm not capable of doing it. I can't do that. Well, I didn't think that I could start a foundation. I didn't even think for a second I'd be doing what I'm doing today. But you know what? Here I am. Here I am. And it's just because I've been determined and that I know that it's so critical to share my story and let you know these are the things that work for me. And every week that goes by, we align ourselves, the foundation, LWN Foundation, with super dynamic people as well as our viewers. People like Richard Fay, people like Rachel Johnson, people like Kimberly, people like you. You help us become better. We're so grateful for that. Okay, so just hit Richard Fay. He's got frustrations, a killer of dreams. Strengthen that mindset. Helps overcoming and helps get over it. Be blooming honest is tough. Very good point there, Richard. When we get honest, when I got honest with myself, I'll tell you what, it caused a lot of pain. And I just heard it more than once today. Guess what? Yeah, the truth hurts. It does hurt, especially when we're like, ah. But you know what? That's good hurt. In the end, it's good hurt because we have to accept it for exactly what it is. And I'm
Truth,
just, go ahead.
no,
Yeah, just go ahead.
truth does hurt, but more importantly, all I can say is if it was going to be easy, if life was meant to be easy, if setting up a business was meant to be easy, if chasing your dreams was meant to be easy, then it'd come with an instruction manual. But life doesn't have an instruction manual. Okay, you are your own instruction manual for life. Okay, and only you can understand what your true self-worth is. Okay, I know my personal self-worth is that you can't put a monetary value on it. My business self worth, well, it wasn't that long ago I was charging people 200 to 300 pounds an hour. Just,
Hmm.
and this wasn't even for mindset training or for anything. This was purely for strategy work, you know. And I know that I can go out and charge some of the leading companies. I've worked alongside some of the leading blue chip companies, some of the leading, you know, Queen's Counsel barristers and law firms here in the UK, and I've charged them in excess of 50 to 60,000 pounds for something that's probably taken a month to do. You know, it's to understand your true self worth. I'm just gonna read something to you quickly,
Okay.
and
Hmm.
this is, you've probably seen this floating around on Facebook, but I think this is a true eye opener in understanding what something is actually truly worth. Okay, a father before he died said to his son, "This is a watch your grandfather gave me, and it's more than 200 years old. But before I give it to you to keep, I want you to go down to the pawn shop on First Street and tell him I want to sell it and see how much he offers you." So he went off and he come back to his father and he said, "He only offered $20 because it's old." He said to him, "Now go to the barber shop near the courthouse and see what he says." So he went to the barber shop by the courthouse and he come back and he said to his father, "Well, they only offered me $25. Now I want you to go to the museum and show that watch to them." So he went off to the museum. When he came back, he said to his father, "Well, they told me that it's a very, very rare watch and it's worth about $20,000. And the father said to the son, "I wanted to let you know that the right place values you in the right way." Now that's the important part. The right place values you in the right way. Don't find, if you find yourself in the wrong place, don't get angry because you're not being valued. Move on. It's as simple as that. If you're not being valued in the right way, or you don't value yourself in the right way, then you just need to move on and find somewhere that does value you in the right way. We all have our own skill set. We all have our own goals and aspirations. And only you have your true understanding of your own self worth. Whether that be you're an accountant and you want to charge someone $500 an hour because you're not just a standard accountant, you could be
Hmm.
doing something special. Or Rachel, with your craft business, whatever your crafts are, it could be that actually you're doing something that no one else is doing. Don't
Hmm.
undervalue yourself. Richard, you're an autistic champion. I've said this to you only earlier on today. We'll get you to the point where you'll understand yourself, your own true worth, and this is the important thing. You have to understand your own true worth. If you don't understand it, don't be annoyed because somebody else undervalues it. It's as
Exactly.
simple as that.
I so I'm just gonna we're gonna kind of get close to wrapping up here, but I just wanted to go over a couple of things and then I'll let you say a closing statement. I want to just reiterate these are the things that you want to start doing, and I had a couple other ideas here that I think are really great concepts of how to visualize what you're trying to achieve, and then start working on manifesting it. And one of the things that I've done personally in the past, many years ago. And a lot of the stuff didn't manifest because, of course, I didn't stick with it. I wasn't consistent. So, all right, the word's consistency, okay? And it's also visualization of the intention already achieved. Whether it's not or, you have to, whatever, lie to yourself. It's not lying though, because it is going to be true. So you have to agree with the fact that it's going to be true and have that faith. Visualize it in your mind. I've said before, reverse engineer it. come up with the steps that it's going to take. One of these things that you can do is a vision board, and that's what I wanted to bring up. And maybe we'll do that in the future. Is try and somehow or another, especially in these opportunities where we're all in the house, maybe we can figure out how we could do like a vision board thing online. Maybe that would be really cool. So the vision board is going to be basically going to some magazines. You can look it up. There's plenty of YouTube and stuff like that. But the vision board is going to have a bunch of pictures, really. In a nutshell, this is not specific, okay? There's a specific way to do it, and it depends on how you're going to do it, whether it's a spiritual thing or whether it's just really more of a material thing or a job thing or whatever. Each one's going to have a different way. Cut out pictures, tear out pictures out of magazines, put them on your wall, put them on your bulletin board. You can make a board with all the things that you want to see have in your life. Have that board somewhere you can see it. Look at it all the time. Visual. That's right. That's my house, or that's my car, or this is my perfect marriage, or my perfect relationship, whatever it might be. Cut those pictures out, tear them out of a magazine, put them around you. Okay. We heard earlier about reach out to the people that can help. I mean, certainly, Manny's here. I'm here. We're here to help share our experience with you. Okay, and we can help people. That's part of it. We don't have answers. We can definitely get to somebody that has answers for your specific situation. So create a vision board. I want you to use affirmations as well. I want you to write a list of affirmations down. I am healthy. I am good. I am achieving my dreams and goals. If it's I am going to own a new house, or I am going to have a new car, whatever it is, I am going to have a wonderful relationship with my kids, or whoever, whatever it is. Write it down on an affirmation sheet, start doing it, and join us on Mondays, because that's what we do as a guided meditation. Love for you to do that. You can go to the website, as a matter of fact, the LWN Foundation. You can click on our live stream. That'll take you right to our YouTube channel. We need you to go to our YouTube channel, by the way. Subscribe. Yes. We do need you to subscribe. We need to tell you all your friends about this. This can allow you to go to that channel right straight from our website and take a look at these videos and watch them on your time. There's a guided meditation. There's a couple of them up there. All right. So we'd love for you to do that. It's the LWN Foundation. I'm also up there, Stephen Smith. And we also have the old videos. We've got 180 videos on the Live with Nature channel. So we got tons of old stuff that I've been doing through this entire, well, over 2 years now. Okay, so I just want to make sure. Oh, really super important, everybody. Take time for yourself. Okay. You know how you can take great time for yourself? Go take a walk in nature. Take a walk down the street. Go out to well, parks are closed, I guess. Some of them are. Yeah, it's kind of limited, but you know what? Nobody can stop us, I don't think, from just at least walking out in your front yard. Okay, so you can certainly do that part. Share with us your wisdom there, and we'll let these people get back to whatever they've been doing. And of course, before you do that, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for taking time to join us. Remember to share this video out. Remember to go to LWN Foundation. Take a look at that. We got some positive blogs up there. We've got affirmations. We got the YouTube channel. We've got a store, by the way. We've got your COVID-19, your coronavirus, immune boosting products up there, as a matter of fact, in the store. We've got hoodies like this one here and t-shirts and all kinds of stuff. We're working on doing that. There's something that you want to see, something that we can help you with, reach out to us if you don't want to put it in the comments. So we appreciate everybody that's been taking time to put some fabulous comments in. And so I'll turn it over to you, Emmanuel. You're so wise. Share some more wisdom with us.
It's just things you pick up, I guess. I'm going to leave you with a lasting thought, okay? And this lasting thought is going to be, when you can't control what's happening, challenge yourself to control the way you respond. That, when you can understand that, and you understand that, you know, that whole situation, and you can step outside of it and you change the way you look at it, that is just power. Okay, and it's self-empowering when you can look at a situation that you feel is normally out of your control. It's something that your brain's fried. Stop trying to control what's happening and control the way you respond. It's as
Excellent.
simple as that, all right? Because when you change the way you respond, you empower yourself. Okay? And by empowering yourself, you then start to move forward. You've stepped outside that comfort zone and you start to understand your real, true worth. On that note, guys, I'm going to leave you with that.
That's so awesome. Remember, everybody, you are valuable. No matter what you've done or what you've experienced or the choices that you've made, guess what? Every day is a brand new day. It's an opportunity to start doing the things that you want to see in your life. It's not easy. We talked about that. It's going to take consistency. Come back and join us. We talk about this all the time. We're there in the mornings around 7 o'clock. I'm trying to start now. Eastern Standard Time for the Sunrise Daybreakers. We've got a lot of our Sunrise Daybreakers tribe with us tonight. Thank you, everybody. I know there's tons of people that we are not necessarily seeing there. We appreciate all the comments. I just am grateful for everybody that took time to come and watch this. We hope that we've given you some tips to be able to recognize that you are valuable and that you can do this and that you can overcome your fears if you'll just take the chance to do it. And if you fail, it's okay. Fail is first attempt in learning. We love you, everybody. Thank you so very much. We appreciate you. Anything else you wanted to say there, Emmanuel? You're tired?
I'm tired.
1 o'clock or something out there, right?
It's literally just turned 1 a.m. It's literally just turned 1 a.m.
Awesome.
Join us tomorrow morning, guys. Join us on the Sunrise Daybreakers tribe. And like Stephen said, if you've got any questions or you need help with anything, just reach out to us. We're not going to bite your heads off. Don't be scared. Get rid of those self-limiting beliefs. Get rid of that self-doubt and just reach out. We're here to help you. We're here to support you. We want to see you grow. We want to see you move forward in life. And, if we can help you move forward, then we move forward as a foundation as well. That's what we're all about. We're about helping everyone become a better them. That's the be all and the end all of their foundation is helping people to become a better them. And the more you reach out to us, the more we can help you. It doesn't matter if you've reached out to me before or if you've never reached out to me. My Facebook's there. Add me on Facebook. Send me a message. Send Stephen a message or go onto the website. Please, please, please. If you watch YouTube, go onto our website. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to us. That will be a massive, massive help for us right now. For people to please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and join us next time. Drop us a message. Let us know what you want us to, cover next time. We will start doing these quite regularly, maybe once a fortnight, or if we get a much more of an interest, then we'll start doing them once a week. We're here to help you, but we can only help you if you reach out to us. Step outside that comfort zone. I don't bite. Stephen doesn't bite. We're two very down-to-earth men. We've both been through the mill. We understand what it's like to have those self-limiting beliefs. Just reach out to us. We're here to help you, and we'll do our very best. And if we can't, we will certainly connect you with someone who can. On that note, guys, I'm going to say good night. It's 1 a.m. Okay. I'm off to bed.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you staying up late for this. Everybody, we appreciate you. Have an exceptional evening or morning or daytime, whatever it is. Remember, today's a brand new day. Let's make the most of it. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I'll be back at about 7 a.m. We are going to be talking about our health and wellness. We'll be talking about mind, body, and spirit. All right. We'll see you then. Take care. God bless you. Bye for now.